This time I'm drawing Nezuko. Did I pronounce it right? Okay. So she's from Demon Slayer. I haven't watched the anime yet, but I know the characters. And it's the first time I've drawn her way better than the last few times I did in my previous videos. You can go check them out and compare. In fact, I'll show you some of them at the end. So we're gonna start by we're gonna do the same process. I did the sketch before, but I'm gonna teach you a bit of tricks to outline and how you're gonna color in the anime and also the skin color part. We did it in the previous drawing as well, which was this one. And this was the live I did. So you guys can go check out. It was 1 hour long. And then yesterday I drew this Light Fury as Demon Slayer character. And today I will be drawing her. So let's do it. We're gonna do a little background too, okay? But we're gonna start with the outlining first. There's literally 0 people watching. I'm gonna continue. People will join in. Okay. So I'm gonna grab all my markers and put them in their holder. See all the shades I have. And I'll put them here. So, and keep these here so I'm comfortable enough. And don't forget, always keep a thick sketch paper underneath your drawing when you're coloring with these markers specifically, okay? Because they're very dense and they get at the back of the paper, as you can see in the last few drawings. You can literally see this, okay? So we're gonna be putting a sketch paper behind the drawing. Okay, let's start. We're gonna start with the eyes, and then we're gonna do the side later. But first the eyes, because they're detailed and we wanna don't ruin them. The first I'm gonna use a thin pen to outline, and then I'm gonna erase the sketch, and I'm gonna use a thicker pen, a thicker marker to outline this all over again. So let's do it. 11 people watching. Hi. My pen sometimes betrays me. It stops working half the way. Let's zoom in a little to see what I'm exactly doing here. Okay. Now we're gonna do this. As a young gun with a quick fuse, I was uptight, wanna let loose. Okay. Hi, one. Is that how you spell it? So we're done with one eye. We're going to do the other. Let's do it. 7 people watching. Hi. Comment your favorite anime or anything you want me to draw next in the other lives. See? Okay, hi. One. Here we go. And then we're gonna draw almost done with the eyes. Alright, there we go. Glenda, hi. Now we're gonna do the inner part of the eye. And then this. Okay. There we go. We're done with the eyes. Now we're gonna do this face and the hair and everything else. See, we're done with this face. It was easy. Now we're gonna do alright. Let's zoom out a little so we can see what we're exactly doing. Okay. Now we're gonna do the neck. And then we're gonna draw her collars. Okay, we're done drawing her collars. 6 people watching. Hi. Now we're gonna draw her size shirt. We're not gonna draw it over here because the hair is gonna be here because we have to color it. We're just gonna draw everything that's beside the hair so we don't ruin the hair part. Okay, now we're gonna draw this. I never knew what we call this, but okay. This is something that's covering her mouth. I haven't watched the anime, but I know the characters, so bear with me. I don't know half the stuff about this anime. I'm just drawing it. I've been quite busy with my exam, so I haven't really watched anime in the last 4 months. I'll be soon start watching it. Here we go. Here we go. And here we go. We're done with this. Now we're gonna do the side here. So I just remember that I drew it a bit wrong here. So I'm gonna avoid the same mistake all over again. Alright. So icon characters and the pencil sketch is supposed to be erased. Here we go. We're doing this part. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna draw her bow. There. All done. Now we're gonna grab our weapon, the eraser. And we're gonna start erasing all the excess pencil sketch. This is gonna look way better than it was looking a few minutes ago. See? Look how light the sketch has gone. Erasing all the pencil sketches just to avoid dirty and messy looks. Alright, the entire screen is shaking. 5 people watching. Hi. Okay. So see here we missed a line. And the sketch, so we're gonna complete it by doing this. Now we're gonna color and then we're gonna outline this whole thing again using a thick marker, which is this. Okay, let's go. So I don't remember the color of the Nezuko, but we are gonna use the lime green shade. We're gonna use fruit pink, and we're using vivid purple, vivid reddish purple, and we're gonna be using a bit of violet dark. This is all we're gonna use, and walnut. Okay, these are all the shades we'll be using, and also black, just a simple black, no fancy blacks, just simple normal black color. Okay, so these are all the shades we'll be using, and then while we're at it, we're gonna grab some colors too. We're gonna be using beige. Okay, what colors am I using? We would need a bit of green, brown, the skin color obviously, and we're using purple, definitely. So these are the colors we're using. We would need a sharpener and my dustbin. Here we are. Oh, also I forgot another. So we used this in the last slide too, which was my skin color crayon. I'm gonna be using it today as well to blend in the skin. Okay. And since we're using the Faber-Castell watercolors, like watercolor pencils, we're gonna be using some of my old color pencils too, which is the brown shade, all the green shades that I have, a tiny purple, and let's see if I have another green shade that is a darker green and it's small too. Look at this. And we have another purple, and of course the white color. White color is also very small. We're gonna sharpen them all too, and my white marker. Let's get started. I always gather all the colors I want so that I don't get confused on what colors I'll be using in the entire video. Okay, we're gonna start first with the eyes again, because we are supposed to finish them first since they're the most detailed part of the. I'm gonna make some space for myself here. All right. 3 people watching. Hi. Since the eyelids are like thin, we're not going to be using a thick marker on them. It will be stupidity. It will ruin your entire eye. So use a thin marker and color it in. And then if you feel like it's like there are gaps between it, then use a thick marker just to overlay it. Okay, so we're coloring in. And make sure to sharpen the eyelashes when you're at it, because sometimes when you're coloring, the outlining, they get a bit messy. So while you're coloring, just make sure to outline them one more time so you don't miss them. See? Look that. 6 people watching. Hi. Now we're gonna do the eyebrows. Which are supposed to be thin. Just like this. And we're gonna do a very light outline again on this upper part, just so it's visible. Okay, we have Sakina Anwar in the live. Hi. So we're just gonna do a like very light trace over this so that it doesn't get very prominent, because we don't want it very bold. We just want the rest of it very bold. Now the down part. Okay. Here we go. There. We're all done. Okay, someone's knocking at the door. Let me go check. I'm back. It was my dad. He didn't know I was live. So let's go back to where we were. So we're gonna outline this. Okay, there we go. We're gonna do now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna color this black, and then we're gonna take the green and we're gonna color in the eye green, just like that. And then where is my pencil? Okay, so I'm gonna use a very blunt nib pencil here. I'm gonna go very light on the sides, and then using my finger, I'm gonna spread it. You see, it's a very light shade, but it's there. That's what you do at the sides. And then I'm gonna grab my eraser and clean out the mess that came outside so it doesn't get mixed with the skin color I'm about to do. See, all neat and clean, and we're gonna grab the white because it got into this hole, and we're gonna get it over here. Now we have this green shade, so we're gonna enhance over here. We're gonna grab the marker again, and we're gonna blend the colors into each other using the marker. There we go. We got a more realistic look. Now see the difference? Now we're gonna do the same thing on this eye. But before that, we're gonna grab the fruit pink and we're gonna do it in over the eye like this. Now let's come over here. And we're gonna color in this eye too. Comment down your favorite anime or any anime or cartoon you want me to do in the next live. There we go. I'm going a bit slow because that's my actual speed when I'm coloring. I'm pretty focused and I get into the zone and I sometimes forget that I'm in a live. So you see this eyebrow. Hi. Information X factor. Okay. So we're gonna equal this one up. There. And then we're gonna do the down part. There we go. Then we have this. Then we got this. Okay. Thank you. Information X factor. Okay, then here we're gonna do this. And the last part. There we go. Now we're gonna copy the same process we did on this eye onto this one. Which is, we're gonna first color in this. Once you're done coloring in this part, then we're gonna do the outer part, which is supposed to be green. Here we go. green. Then we're gonna do is take this green, do it at the edge of this part. Then we're gonna take the darker shade of this green and blend it in, and do this over here as well. And then we're gonna take this marker again, and we're gonna blend all these colors using this marker into each other. See? Same effect. Both the eyes are same. Now we're gonna grab a blunt nib pencil, and we're gonna do it around the eye, and then using our fingers we're gonna, usually I would use cotton birds, but I'm not using it right now, just to see how it comes out with my fingers. Okay, we have some of the pencil sketches left around. Alright, there we go. We got both the eyes. Now we're gonna grab the fruit pink again, and we're gonna do it here, just like we did in the eye before this one. We're gonna do it twice, and there we go. The eyes are done, right? And one fun part, I forgot to draw the nose. There we go. Now, for the nose shading part, we're gonna use the fruit pink to enhance the nose, and then what? Doing the skin color, it will stay like that. Like you can see the nose being enhanced. We're gonna use a bit of pink there, but you're gonna see it's gonna turn out nice at the end. Not so bad. So we're gonna finish with this first. It's supposed to be green. Okay, I'm using lime green here, and we're gonna do the same we did with the eyes over here. The same shading technique we did with the eyes. Okay, 12 people watching. Hi. It's been 28 minutes and I'm only done with the eyes. Amazing. Okay, let's do this. Make sure you don't overlap with that line. You can, if you do, you can just use the thick marker to outline it again, but just be careful when you're coloring. Thank you. Louise. Okay, that's how you put it. Okay, let's color in this part. So we're gonna be using okay. And when you're coloring with a marker, just make sure your marker goes one way. Don't do it like you're coming from here too and then from the top. It will ruin the drawing, and there will be marker marks. Like there will be dark marks on your drawing, which you don't want them to be there. I made that mistake a couple of times, but then I learned that you don't overlap the markers, or you don't color with a marker two ways. It will make your drawing look messy. Here we go. We're done, we're done, we're done. We're finished. And now we're gonna apply the shading technique. Hi, nickname expert. Okay. So we're gonna apply the same shading technique we did, but now right now we're gonna sharpen these. Okay. There we go. And there we go. We're gonna use a lighter shade of this green. We're gonna go all the way. Okay, there we go. We're all done. Now we're gonna. What kind of marker is that? That marker is known as the Ohu markers. They're good for blending. Okay, here we. Now we're gonna do the same technique here, but we're gonna do dark green here first, and then we're gonna do the light green after, just to get that. That's like not a rule, but I figured it's that way better when you're shading. It enhances the drawing. We're gonna dark green, a bit darker. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna grab this green marker again. This time we're gonna take the highlighter part, and we're gonna take all these colors and we're gonna blend them in using this marker. See the way they're blending in to each other? One more time when you're doing it. And there we go. All good. Now we're gonna take the thicker marker and we're gonna outline it. Just to enhance the drawing. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Missed a bit of white here. So we're gonna color it in. And there we go. We've got this. Now we're gonna do the face, which is supposed to be these, and these colors. Okay, we're gonna sharpen them again. We're gonna sharpen the skin color and the brown color. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna start by the brown. And just like before I told you, we're gonna do the brown over the eyelids. Okay. right here on both of them. Okay, a very light hand on the brown, or else the drawing will look extra bad. Here on the forehead, do it extra light. Just don't go to overload it with the brown. Okay, see the difference? Yeah. So we're gonna do it all over to the ear. Then we're gonna do it over here on a little part, and then on the neck. And then before we start coloring the skin, I'm gonna grab my thin black marker. I'm gonna color in here. On the sides. There. Now let's start doing the skin color. Here we go. Alright. Going. Now watch. I'm gonna complete the forehead and the eye part, and I'm gonna use a trick I did in the last live too, to smoothen the skin color. As you can see, it's a bit messy right now. Okay, I grab this crayon. I'm gonna go boom all over everywhere. It's gonna smooth out all the gaps in between the colors. Now look at the difference. There. Now we're gonna do the down part. Alright, here we go. Before we do, I'm gonna grab the pink. I'm gonna do it a little over the nose. And now I'm gonna use the crayon. Okay. Now we're gonna do the neck and the face, the down part of the face, the neck and the down part of the face. Sharpen it one more time, and there we go. And the final part, the crown. Uh, there we go. We're done with the skin. Now we're gonna grab the black marker and we're gonna outline the rest. There we go. Now, as you can see, some of the black color got ruined during the crayon coloring. So we're gonna enhance it. Using this marker. There. All done. Now we're gonna do the side part. I'm gonna zoom out. This is what the face looks like. We have the side part to cover. Okay, we're gonna put away the color that we're done using because we don't need them anymore. We're done with the peach colors. The peach, the brown, the green. And we're not done with the purple yet, so we're gonna keep the purple out. We're done. Green. We're done with the pencils. We're done with the green marker and the fruit pink marker. And we didn't need the brown marker, did we? No, we still need it. Okay, and we need the rest. We need the white. And we're gonna go in the right color. Okay. There we go. Let's start with this. And fruit pink. Start coloring. We're gonna color this with the reddish vivid purple. It's kind of a pink. See? But still a bit purple. Okay, there's construction happening next to my house. As you can hear, half of the machines going on and on. So don't mind them. Okay, here we go. Almost done with the bow. Here we go. Okay. Now we're gonna align it, obviously. There. Now we're gonna color into the hair It is gonna be a bit brown, a bit black. I might go totally brown on the hair. Yeah. So before we start coloring, I'm gonna outline the hair just to avoid confusions. And okay, there we go. There we go. We're gonna do this in a swift motion. Now we're gonna start coloring the hair. Okay, let's do this. Brown hair it is. I forgot to outline one thing, which is this part of the hair. It's coming out right here. And let's outline this too. Just to avoid getting messy. There. Finally. All the hair. Comment your favorite anime and what cartoon character you want me to draw next. Because I'm running out of ideas. Okay, here we go. We're done with this part of the hair. Now, this. Here we go. Nice cutting. Okay, 15 minutes. 3 people watching. Here we go. Almost done. The hair part. Okay. Now this side of the hair. A kid with a young gun with a quick fuse. I was the type I let loose. I was dreaming no bigger things and wanna keep my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. I would walk with the mold in the floor. Take a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was laughing before the thunder. Thunder. Okay, here we go. We're almost done. With the hair. There we go. The hair. Now I'm gonna grab a bit of browns that I have just to enhance the hair. Nothing else. Okay. Here we go. See the highlights. I'm adding to the hair. Alright. Okay. I got messages. Hi. Yeah, I can. Let me take screenshot of the request. Wait. Alright. So make me moderator. Saitama One Punch Man. Can you draw a filter from BSD next? Okay, I'll try. I try all of these. Hopefully I'll be able to make them. Please subscribe to my channel to be notified when I upload these videos. Alright, we're done with the hair. Now we're left with the bottom part. So we're gonna keep back all the colors that we're done using. Now let's do this. Here we go. Almost done with the Yes, sir. Okay, here we done. We're almost done. Comment if you want me to do the background too. Not keep it white, just do something at the back. Alright. There we go. We're done. Thank you. Alright, here we go. We're done. So should I do something in the background or should I keep it white? Right. We're done with all the colors. Finally. It's been 15 minutes. I still have 2 minutes left before I end the live, so I'm gonna do the background too. Let's see. This color would look good. So that says violet dark. I'm gonna be using this to color the background. Go. We're almost done. Okay, here we go. Almost finished. Not almost, there's still a bunch of space left to color. Hopefully I finish it before here we go. Alright, done. The background color, I'm just gonna grab a white marker and add little dots to the back. There. All done. See you guys live. Hopefully I'll be able to draw all the requested animes. Bye.